welcome to my channel. So I have been tagged by the lovely Rachel, that is Bales 1986 SW, in an autumn Halloween tag. So I've written down the questions and here are my answers. I really like this one actually because it's a little bit different. It's getting a bit more autumnal and everything now, so it kind of makes you think about all the favourite things going on this, like the next couple of months. So the first question is my favourite Halloween autumn movie. I think mine has to be, oh this is hard actually because there's quite a few that I like. I would say probably like Hocus Pocus. I think Rachel has said that already actually. I also do like the Addams Family. That reminds me of my childhood. Like I remember watching that as I was growing up, like watching the Addams Family growing up, and then the film as well came out and everything. That was really good. And also E.T. That's like for me that's like a winter film, like not just Christmas. It's like the run up to autumn. E.T. I love it. I've just started to introduce, I think last year or maybe the year before, I introduced it to Sydney and he really enjoyed it and he wants to watch it again soon. So I think those are my favourite ones. I know the kids like Casper. That's quite a sweet movie. So they're probably my favourite, I would say. My favourite childhood Halloween autumn memories. For me, it would probably be as a younger child, so sort of say 5, around that age. I used to live near this town, in like near Surrey. Well, in Surrey it was. And it had a really, I'm not going to say it because it's not far from where I am, but basically it's this really nice park. It's just, I used to go there all the time, so literally like every other weekend we were probably at this park, and had a massive lake that we used to walk around, and there's loads of trees and woodland at the back, like most parks. But I just always remember going there to feed the ducks and everything, but I just remember like the leaves changing and getting that orange crispy and looking for conkers and chestnuts as well. Those are kind of like, that's quite a nice memory. With regards to Halloween, as a kid we didn't really celebrate Halloween until I was like a teenager. It wasn't a thing then. I think it kind of started more in the 90s when it came more over like from America, but I just don't remember, like we used to like, I don't remember, like we probably dressed up a little bit, but not, we didn't have costumes or anything. It was more about bonfire night for us around that time. But yeah, when I was a teenager we did have like a Halloween party, so we did like apple bobbing, we did a bit of trick-or-treating around the road, but again it wasn't like, it was sort of getting dressed up, but it wasn't. And in those days if they said trick, then we would trick them. Yeah, so those are sort of like, I remember having a party in my garage and my mum said we could invite some friends around. I just remember doing apple bobbing and then putting Smarties in the flour. We had to like pull out the Smarties and you had flour over your face. I think like we had some fizzy pop and stuff like that. And my mum did pizzas. So that was, I just remember that memory from like when I was sort of like, I say about sort of 12, 13. The next question is my favourite Halloween decoration. Now I don't tend to get my Halloween decorations out until sort of like the week before, especially now that we have Ralph, because Ralph is, his birthday is like a few days, about 5 or 6 days before Halloween. So we do start to have some bits. I have got pumpkins and things like that now. I say my probably favourite decorations are my pumpkins. I always like, from now I've started buying pumpkins. I've already got one pumpkin. I've got some little squashes and that because they last for ages anyway. And then as we get near I tend to get some like little mini pumpkins and things like that. I have a few decorations that I put on the wall, but again that is closer to Halloween, and then they come down like literally the 1st of November, they're down. But they're just like a big skeleton. I've got this glittery, I think it's glittery, or this like skeleton's head I've got that's glittery that like hang on the wall. But I don't go like all out or anything like that. We just have a few decorations. Maybe as the kids get older we may do like go a bit more all out. But at the moment I would say my favourite decorations have got to be the pumpkins because they just sit on the side. We do carve them sort of nearer the time or make soups with them. But at the moment they just sit on the side looking pretty. My favourite autumnal scent probably has to be, like, has to be pumpkin spice. In fact, I haven't actually got any pumpkin spice candles, but I did smell some the other day in TK Maxx and they were so nice. But I will probably get some. So they're probably like my favourite, that is probably my favourite autumnal smell. I also like vanilla, which kind of reminds me a bit like autumny, I guess because of like the sort of vanilla lattes and pumpkin lattes and things like that that come out this time of year. So yeah, I guess pumpkin and vanilla. I don't know, is vanilla more summer? I don't know, but it just reminds me of autumn. My favourite low sin chocolate and sweet treat. Oh gosh. I like all things. I think my favourite, I'd like a curly whirly. I do like a curly whirly. And that is sort of 6 sins for a curly whirly. Yeah. If I'm going to have some chocolate, I want a big bar of chocolate. Obviously not the big bars because they are a lot more sins. Sweet wise, I would probably say anything Haribo or Moam. I do like those kind of sweets. I'm really into the flat Moams, cherry ones. Oh, they're really nice, and I think they're like 2 sins. I've got a packet of those. They don't go out for trick or treat. I keep those for myself. But yeah, they're really nice. Any fears or phobias? I'm not really that keen on spiders, but I can kind of like, I can ignore them. I don't like killing them though. I'm not saying that I haven't done in the past, but I don't like killing them now. I just leave them there and let Darren sort it out. Although Sydney's getting a bit more confident now, so we kind of like chase the spider out the door. He's not about killing them either, so we did try and chase him out the door. One thing I really hate, and it makes me feel like really sick, the thought of it, is dried sponge. Like, you know, like your scouring pads. I'm fine with my scouring pads. I can't touch it if it's dried. They have to be wet. If they sit on the side and they're bit damp, it's fine. I just can't touch it. It just makes me feel sick. I have been sick before. Just the thought of it, I don't know what it is, but that dried sponge feeling, oh, I really don't like it. I just, since it's wet, it's fine. I don't know why. I just don't know why. It's horrible. I just don't like it. It just makes me feel a bit. When I was pregnant, my friend was mucking around and he chucked a sponge scouring pad. It was just dried, and he chucked it my way, joking about. He knew that I didn't like it, and I was like, oh. And then I was literally heaving because obviously when you've got baby, it pushes everything up. Yeah, and I just felt really sick and had to go to the toilet and be sick because he felt awful afterwards. And I was like, I think it's just because I was pregnant, but I just don't, it just makes me feel nauseous. Dried sponge. Ugh. Oh. Favourite autumnal meal probably has to be a chilli. I do like a chilli, and especially this time of year. I really like my lentil chilli that I make, but I just like also like a normal bolognese chilli. And I just like it because you can have it with rice, potatoes, again, like all comforty food. I also love stews and stuff like that, but yeah, just like a bowl of chilli with a little bit of cheese. I just like, I think it's because it reminds me a bit like fireworks night. We always used to have like a bowl of chilli. When I used to live on the Isle of Wight for a bit. We had a massive garden, like super massive, and we had like a big bonfire night, and we invited like all the kids and families from the street, and my mum like just served, like most Halloween, most bonfire nights, a massive like vat of chilli with jacket potatoes and sausages, and oh, it was just really, really, really nice. But I just remember this bowl of chilli sitting there with a jacket potato. It was just really nice, and that just reminds, I guess that reminds me of like a childhood memory. Yeah, another childhood memory there of autumn. But yeah, just chilli would be it. My perfect way to spend a rainy day, I guess just being at home. Like if it's like if it's dry and cold, I can go outside and go for a walk. But I think it would be, if it's raining, I just want to sit on the sofa, get my comfies on, I don't do PJs in the day. Yeah, I just get my comfy trousers on, and then just sit like with like a comfy t-shirt, sit on the sofa with my boys. Darren's probably doing DIY somewhere. He's not one of those people that just sits down, he has to be doing something. And just watch it in like a Christmas film, or like one of the films that I mentioned, like Casper or something, or a Disney film. The boys are getting in like, are into Disney films, but I mean Ralph's anything but, you know, it's pretty much all the time is but Andy. But I can probably get him to watch like Toy Story or something like that, or anything that's got a dinosaur in it, is what he would watch. But yeah, quite like just sitting on the sofa and then having like maybe, I don't know, chilli later on, a lentil chilli or meat chilli, or a stew cooking in the slow cooker, just like a cosy meal. And the boys will probably have like cheese toasties. I probably could have a cheese toastie as well if I do it Slim and Well friendly. That would be like my, you know, normal, like cozy day. My favourite outdoor body magic activity, if it's on my own, it would be boot camp. It'd be my boot camp. I would, yeah. But if it was like a family day, going for a walk, we like to go for walks either along the beach. We go for sort of a winter walk if it's cold, and then get like a hot drink at the cafe that's there, or we would go if it's like really windy. We don't tend to go to the seafront then, because it can get really windy down by the coast. So we would then maybe go up to Leith Hill, which is, it's a National Trust. Well, it's part of the National Trust, but it's like, it's a hill and it's all woodland around it, and you can walk to the top and there's a tower. The tower's run by the National Trust and it's free, we're members, so we can go up the top of it. I've been up there once with Sydney quite recently actually, and it's really windy getting up there. It's horrible to climb up there and then come down, and it really is really high, but you can see on a clear day, you can see London, you can see Wembley Stadium, you can see, I've seen the Shard there before. Yeah, you can just see like quite a lot of like London like view. It's amazing. And then if you look the other side, you can see like all the South Downs and everything. So that's on a clear day, but it is really nice up there. And we go up there like at least once a month or every other month. Be going up to Leith Hill, and we climb up there on a Sunday. The boys, it's a good bit of exercise to get the boys out, especially this time of year, all the leaves are different colours, and they sell really nice sausage rolls and little like Cornish pasties and things like that, vegetable and beef pasties, and the boys love them. I usually take something for myself. I take a little picnic as well for the boys and myself, and Darren, and maybe they get a cake as well. I don't, but yeah, that would be like a perfect or autumnal outdoor body magic activity. And then we just walk back down the hill, and it's because it's all woodland, it's like there are little different views points along the way. It just makes it a bit different, and the kids can get muddy or whatever, it doesn't matter, but it's just good to get the kids out in the fresh air and get some body magic at the same time. And the last question is my favourite autumnal drink. I think I quite like a chai latte or chai tea. That reminds me of, in fact I've got one at the moment, chai. That reminds me of this time of year. I do like hot chocolates as well. Like if it was a really cold day, I'd have a hot chocolate, but on a day like today where it's a bit grey out there, but it's really windy, but it's quite mild as well. I probably wouldn't have a hot chocolate. If it was really cold, I would. But yeah, I would say a chai, something chai. I'm really into that this time of year, and I've got loads of different type tea bags. So those are my 10 questions answered for Rachel, and I hope you've enjoyed them. So I'm going to tag 3 lovelies, and the 3 that I'm going to tag are the Budget Slimmers, and Scrumptious Cooking with Susie, and Helen from the Livingstones. Thank you for watching everyone. I'll speak to you all very soon. Take care. Bye.